the last episode of season 1 of House of the Dragon just aired on HBO Max, and I just watched it, and I'm going to talk about it, give you my first impressions, my overall first reaction to it. But before I do, consider subscribing. I do TV show discussions, movie discussions, trailer reactions, video game videos, etc. And also, if this is the first video of mine you're watching, I absolutely love A Song of Ice and Fire. I have a whole playlist dedicated to it on this channel, so you should check that out. I talked about every single episode of House of the Dragon. And also stick around to the end of this video. I'm going to talk about House of the Dragon and A Song of Ice and Fire videos on this channel going forward, because obviously there won't be a new episode every week for me to talk about, but don't worry, content is still going to be coming for the series because I love it. So this isn't going to be a play-by-play, but there will be some spoilers. Again, I'm just giving you my overall first reaction and first impressions, and holy shit, this episode made me feel pretty much every single emotion that I'm capable of feeling to a very heightened level. I absolutely love the writing of this show. I won't say it was my favorite episode of the season. It very well could be when I rewatch the whole season, but I would say that this is absolutely, definitely top 3 episodes of this season. And I am just so incredibly thankful for House of the Dragon and the fact that it exists, and especially the fact that it is good, because this year has been so disappointing, especially when it comes to TV shows. So many TV shows that I was excited for and that I watch have been really disappointing lately, but House of the Dragon is already cemented in my mind as one of the best TV shows ever. So let me rapid fire some of my quick thoughts on some of the smaller moments in this show. First of all, okay, this isn't really a small moment, but it's one of the moments that's lingering with me a lot, so I want to mention it first. Rhaenyra's birth with her baby that died was so tough to watch. I was in the corner of this couch watching it on my TV right there, and I was like, ugh. This episode, when coupled with last episode, really showcases to me some of the bigger themes and some of the bigger, character arcs that this whole season, and I imagine this whole show, is going to showcase. Like last episode, we have Alicent, and we have everyone around her telling her that she should go to war. We have everyone around her telling her that she should kill Rhaenyra and Daemon. And we have her standing her ground, telling everyone around her, including her son Aegon, the new king, that he should not kill Rhaenyra. He should not kill Daemon. He should show mercy. She wants peace. In her heart, in her soul, she still feels that friendship that she had with Rhaenyra in their youth. And then on Rhaenyra's side, we have once again everyone around her that she has to act fast, she has to act quick, and she has to act, very hard. She has to act with fire and blood. She has to punish the High Towers for their rebellion, and she has to take what is rightfully hers. But yet she is showing restraint. Like, there's one scene with Rhaenys that was really good, where she was talking to Corlys, who survived, by the way, and bent the knee to Rhaenyra, which I'm really happy for. But Rhaenys says everyone around Rhaenyra is, like, full of bloodlust. And then we have Rhaenyra, who is the only person showing restraint, and it shows how on her side that despite everyone around her telling her that war is the only option, she still, again, just like Alicent, in her heart feels that bond, that connection. And not only to Alicent and the friendship that they once shared, but also to her father, who was a very peaceful king, who she wants to, carry those traits over to her reign. And it's so stressful, because I want to say that if we got all these characters together around a table, that they would come to their senses and they would find common ground and they would live happily ever after. I do want to say that, but almost every episode in the second half of this season has been a family reunion with all the characters together around a table, and it's never once come to that. And it's so stressful and so depressing to see, but it's such good writing and such good storytelling, because there was a time not too long ago where all these characters were relatively close, that the things that tore them apart were minor. There used to be a way for them to get back the connection and the love, the overall strength that they would all form together if they all just got along, but that is gone. There's no getting that back, and that is showcased beautifully and perfectly with this amazing writing and the perfect performances by all the actors involved at the very end of this episode. We get an incredibly tense scenario where Jace is sent to Winterfell to treat with the Starks, and Luke is sent to Storm's End to treat with the Baratheons. And right then, I knew Aemond was going to pop up somewhere. And then when Jace gets to Storm's End, of course, Aemond is there in his giant-ass dragon. And this whole sequence had me at the edge of my seat. My heart was pounding like this. I haven't felt this way watching anything since probably a scene in Game of Thrones somewhere. And Aemon throws a knife on the ground and he tells Luke to take out his own eye, and he doesn't do it. And then he leaves, Luke leaves, takes off on his dragon, and it's raining and it's thundering and it's lightning all around him, and it's such a scary and intense yet beautifully shot scene. And then of course Aemon chases him on, again, his giant ass dragon Vhagar. In this scene, my god, I didn't really not know what to expect. At one point I thought Jace got away. I thought that when he exited the storm and he was up, I thought, okay, that's like a good interlude to a battle yet to come. Clearly Aemon has some serious issues with Luke for taking out his eye. Clearly he wants revenge. I'm sure that'll carry over to, you know, season 2. And this was just a very beautiful introduction to, I'm sure, the many conflicts that those two characters are going to have with each other. But that's not what happened, because Vhagar goes, I think he went rogue because Aemon looked like he wasn't happy with what Vhagar was doing, but it looked like Vhagar went rogue and just fucking kills Luke's dragon in absolutely one bite and shreds it to pieces. And, you know, Luke's clearly dead. He's not going to survive that fall. He either got eaten by the dragon or he fell to the ground and died. And again, like I mentioned earlier, this scene leads to the very final sequence in this episode, in this whole season. And at first I thought it ended abruptly, but now that I think about, and I wasn't like completely satisfied with the very final shot, because I'm like, that was abrupt. But like, as soon as I really thought about it, I absolutely love this ending. Because like I mentioned before, Alicent feels love for Rhaenyra. She's trying to, whether she realizes it or not, maintain that love she once had for Rhaenyra, despite, you know, everyone wanting a war around her. And Rhaenyra is doing the same thing. But when she gets news of her son's death, there's fire in her eyes. There's blood in her eyes. There's absolutely, like I said before, there used to be a way back to what they once had. But that is not the case anymore, especially now with Luke's death. Rhaenyra was staying level-headed, she was staying calm, and I find it very, very hard to believe that she's going to maintain that in season 2, especially after the murder of her son. She is gonna want blood. I absolutely love House of the Dragon. I absolutely loved season 1. It was way better than I thought it was going to be, and trust me, I already thought that it was going to be amazing. A Song of Ice and Fire is my favorite fictional universe of all time. I absolutely love it. Again, I have a playlist on this page you should check out. Obviously, I'm going to talk about season 2 of House of the Dragon as it airs. And it's so stressful because, like I've mentioned in some of my previous videos, I am Team Black. I really, really am Team Black. I love characters in Team Green, and the writing in this show is so perfect that you understand the motivations from all of them. But in the end, I am voting for Team Black. The way that this writing usually goes, I feel like it's just a matter of time before Daemon or Rhaenyra or someone does something way too, you know, dark and makes me really question my loyalty to Team Black and makes me kind of, you know, vote for Team Green. I have the vibes that that'll happen eventually. I hope it doesn't, because I love Team Black and I feel so loyal to them. You can't really see it, but my necklace is the Targaryen logo. Now, I know that there's Targaryens on Team Green, obviously Aemond and Aegon, but Rhaenyra, Daemon, Rhaenys, those are the cool Targaryens, in my opinion. But anyway, House of the Dragon is over, so obviously I won't be talking about a new episode next week, but I do have a Song of Ice and Fire playlist on this page. It is my favorite, again, fictional universe of all time, so I'm gonna keep making videos, despite the fact that there's no episodes to discuss for quite some time. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and people who have already subscribed, don't worry. Despite the fact that there's no new episodes to talk about, I'll still be making Song of Ice and Fire videos, House of the Dragon videos. I got some tier lists planned. I got some overall, you know, discussion videos, some like video essay-esque overall thoughts on certain topics within this universe. So House of the Dragon content is still going to be a main focus on this page. What did you think about the season finale of House of the Dragon? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, thank you for watching, especially if you watch this far.